So we're now at 42,000 miles. I've just now had this truck ceramic coated, and I wanted to do like a brief update. So I paid $650 to a company called Affinity Mobile Detailing. They're local. They've done all of my motorcycles, and they've done this truck before. But I finally paid them a little bit extra to go really like proper detailed cleaning. And after we did about 7,500 miles on this last New Hampshire trip into Newfoundland, I wanted to really treat the truck well. So you've got, the back seat is all cleaned up. It looks really, really, really good. I haven't shown you the outside yet, but I wanted to, spend a couple of seconds just talking about the truck and how it's gone in the past 2 years and 2 months. The first issue I have, there they are. The first issue I have is I have an ant problem. See that right there? Oh, you can't see it, it's out of spec. There it is. Right there. It's on the outside of the truck, but I have an ant problem. And what they're doing is they're crawling. This started about 3 months ago, and they crawled from a tree. The tree branch was hanging low. I parked under the tree branch. They crawled from the tree to the truck. They got into the truck somewhere. They're actually not, there's no infestation inside the truck. They are living either on the sides of the bed where the holes are, or living under one of the skid plates, or they're in one of the wheel wells. But if I drive, so let's say I do a 21-hour drive on this thing, proper diesel trucking, I will find in the cab about 5 ants that are usually in the center console or the side of this door. They're finding a way in. The truth is, I don't leave food. I don't eat in the truck, so there's no food for them to eat. I'm gonna have a kid in November, so that's gonna change in November. But I've tried everything except for fumigating the inside of the truck, and I don't really want to do that. But I see them crawling all of the tonneau cover. Can't trace them. They're black carpenter ants. So if you have any ant tips for truck ownership, I really am all ears, because I am killing 5 a day on a long road trip. And you look around, you can't, they're not anywhere to be found. But they are getting in the truck somehow. There's about 50 on the outside of the truck, and then only about 5 inside the truck. Yeah, it's not working out very well. I'll sometimes see them also climbing up the inside of the airbag in here and up this mirror, and then I'll see them kind of end up down here on this heads-up display area, and I have to kill them there. Then I see them walking down here this way, and then I see them walking down here this way. But it's not an infestation where there are thousands. It's just like, I might see 1 on my drive to work. I might see 5 in a 20-hour period on a road trip. So this video is about 43,000 roughly miles. Bought this in May of 2021. So 2 years and 2 months. Fantastic. I love the truck. I'm still not a truck person. I bought this truck because I needed a truck. I haul motorcycles around. We hauled 2 bikes up to New Hampshire. We hauled 2 bikes back from New Hampshire. We brought back a bunch of furniture. We pull a motorcycle trailer with this thing. Hauled a bunch of beer around. I'm always toting stuff around the place. I would say, 1/3 of my miles are long distance miles where the diesel really shines. So we did 7,000 miles in a month. Just to give you an example of when we drive. I do my motorcycles 80% of the time. In the city, I'm on a motorcycle. It's only when we do long distance trips does this truck get used. And so I've really, I've loved the diesel fuel economy. I'm averaging between 25 and 30 miles a gallon. I've had no issues outside of standard modern car problems, which, are basically in the short recalls. And the recalls haven't affected me at all. I've just taken them in and they've been recalled, and that's it. I've not had an issue. The infotainment system is a little bit slow. Sometimes I have some complaints with that. Sometimes I have issues with CarPlay, but it's as good as it's going to get because they've kind of stopped updating the software at this point. Heads-up display works. Since moving to the city, I've had to replace my windshield, and I've had a lot of rock chips in the front of the truck, things I never would have gotten in New Hampshire because there's no traffic. But here, driving around the city, there's going to be rocks thrown up, and I've got a couple of chips that I need to get taken care of. But yeah, things are great. My dog loves it back there. We keep the seats up full time with like a little hammock that kind of, you know, straddles. So, you know, you hook it at the back of these chairs and the back of those chairs, and the seats fold up and the dog lays on the floor. Our drive to and from Newfoundland was awesome, just fantastic. I've never had any problems with bad diesel or water in my diesel. I changed the diesel fuel filter. I do everything half intervals, 10,000 miles for fuel filter. I do 20,000 miles for the air filter and cabin air filter. And I do, 10,000. And I do 5,000 to 7,500 with the oil and oil filter. I did at 30,000 miles do all of the diff fluids, front, rear, and center diff. All those were done at 30,000 miles. And probably 60 or 70, I'll do the ZF transmission fluid as well. And that's supposedly that is a lifetime fluid. There's no such thing as lifetime fluid. So I'll do that then. Yeah, I'll do a walk around, just kind of show you guys how pretty this is. I paid them $650 to do kind of a two-step polish and then a what they call like a 1-year ceramic coating. I could have spent an extra $1,000 for like a 5 or 6 year ceramic coating. When you talk about ceramic coat, oh wait, there it is. There it is. I made it up. No, it's a bug. Damn it. I just cleaned my glass, so I can't touch it. When you talk about ceramic coating warranties, for the most part, what you're paying for, ceramic coating like years, mostly what you're paying for is the warranty. So I had OptiCoat done on my Golf R. It was a lifetime OptiCoat. They don't do those anymore. And so every year I can go in, as long as I go in once a year for a detailing and an OptiCoat reseller, they'll touch up any issues and repair issues, and you know, it was a pretty great process. This is a 1 year because in a year they don't want to do any warranty work. So if you buy a 5-year, they'll come back for 5 years and retouch it. So I know with the way I use my truck, leaning over the bed, you know, touching all the surfaces, closing the door with my hands like a normal person, hauling stuff, towing stuff, leaning over the hood to do oil changes, I'm not going to need a coating that will last forever, that's super thick or needs touch-ups. It's every year recoat it. It's no big deal. So I think my budget is probably $650 a year just to have this re-cleaned. Let's go outside. But yeah, no issues. The truck's great. So step out. They even did the side steps, and those things were gross. Oh, what I love too is the chair is very soft now. Yeah, you see the wear marks here starting to show up. That's why I wanted them to come out, because I really wanted this to get lubed up, and they lubricated the crap out of it. But yeah, it's looking really good. Here's the back. Yeah, just they did every surface got touched. They did shampooing. They did UV guard. There's a spot there. There's an overspray there. You can't really see it, but it's an overspray there. But yeah, nice job overall. They cleaned down here. They did a pretty good job, but they didn't get everything down there. There's spots that they're gonna miss because it's not their truck. I did install this a while back for the dog. It's worked great. The dog does not scratch up. So sometimes he'll run his fingers this way when he gets up. So you'll see some marks down there, but this has helped a lot for keeping the dog marks off that paint when he gets in and out of the truck. So yeah, they did the wheels. Oh, this was actually starting to, they did do it. So this, I bought it on eBay, these mud guards, and they were starting to fade really bad, like become white. And they actually did a really good job of applying a shine to those that is a little oily, but it should absorb in there and keep those from getting too bleached. So the front one's even nicer. See? Look at that. I did have a flat tire in Maine, so luckily Tire Rack included their replacement coverage, and I got pre-authorization, went to a dealer in Bangor, Maine, and luckily they had a tire in my size in stock. So now I'm running 3 tires that are the Pirelli Scorpion AS3s, and now I have 1 Michelin Defender on the rear. But they're like 2 seconds apart, so they were fine. Here's the little ant right there, see? Just hanging out there, just doing ant things. So, you know, there's another one. No, there's not another one there. I wonder if they're like, I was thinking they're down there. What's with the deal? I have had issues with the tailgate sticking. So, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? It's beautiful, huh? It really pops. The tailgate, when I would pull up, it would not drop down properly. So my fix to that was I sprayed some White Lightning lithium grease on some various connectors here for the multifunction tailgate and for this thing. And it's been much better since. And they cleaned my tailgate out too, which was really kind. Oh, sorry, my pickup area, which was super kind of them. It was nice. But yeah, that's been a problem, but I resolved it with a lithium grease. But again, back to kind of truck things. I touch this paint every time I close it. And so, you know, they probably polished it out the best they could, but you can see there's still some scrapes there that they just, you know, they can't get rid of all of it. But they polished all that out the best they could. Yeah, coming around a little bit here. I'll give you guys a better view of the outside. So, oh, they missed a spot here. It's okay, you know. Underneath there, which they didn't hit. I'm not going to nitpick. Oh, I have noticed though that down here, yeah, those leaves they didn't get to, but I've been trying to blow those leaves out for a while and I just can't get to them. And yes, it is a hypothesis that's where the ants are down there in those leaves. So, you know, it's a possibility that the ants are actually collecting down there, and that's, maybe I'll watch this video back, I'm going to see a whole mound of them in there. I have no idea. Let's take a little wide angle view here of the truck. Yeah, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? It's all shiny. Looks great. Looks like my front tire needs to be filled there. The biggest thing they did, oh, they also greased in the inside of the wheel wells, the wheel liners, which was nice of them. One of the biggest things that I could not get from a car wash or from anyone just kind of doing basic detailing was the front. The front was always super like nasty because all these little grill fins were hard to get into, and they did a nice job of that. I mean, look at that. Now you got stuff here like this. Not gonna get rid of that anytime soon. It's a paint chip on the fender. But for the most part, they went over and above as far as what, you know, they could do with the condition of everything as it is. Let's look at the motor real quick. Just one thing I'm not, oh, there's an ant right there. Watch him. He's gonna go right into this little thing right here. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna crawl around, try to find a spot to get into, and then ruin my day. All right, pop in the hood real quick, then I'll shut this down. I've not had my engine bay cleaned since I took possession of this truck. I've sprayed it down a little bit, but never cleaned. So I'm really curious to see what that looks like. Oh yeah, I think I would say it's more greasier than I would like it to be, but yeah, they did a decent job. They didn't get any of the squirrel remnants from under there, but why isn't this focusing today? It's very weird. Sorry guys, but yeah, looking much better. Still some salt oxidation on the front of that. It looks like timing chain cover. But yeah. Oh, they forgot a leaf right there. All right, and now I've ruined the glass. I've ruined this beautiful dry bit there. All right, guys. Well, not much else to really show you other than, hey, look, more ants. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more ants in the rear. Where'd they come from? I don't know. Maybe I should get like a chair or something and just watch them. Like, where's this one going? They just hang out. Not really sure where they come from, but they're just hanging out on my on my tonneau cover. But yeah, truck is in fantastic shape. Love it. And I'm gonna go over here. And as far as, you know, would I buy another Ram EcoDiesel? Well, they don't make them anymore. Would I buy another Ram Limited? Probably not, because they don't make the EcoDiesel anymore. I refuse to accept a truck that doesn't get 30 miles to the gallon. Just refuse it. So until they come up with a hybrid that gets 30 mpgs with a like a V6, you know, gas turbo attached to a true hybrid that gets 30 mpgs, I'm not going to get another truck. That and Limiteds now go for like 90 grand, and I got this for like 63 with 0% interest. So once this is paid off, I'm gonna keep it until the warranty expires and then look at what's out there and figure out if I actually want to upgrade or not. Because at this moment, I owe like 30 and it's worth like 55, and you can't get a diesel anymore. So, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Start with the Antscapade. Oh, they didn't clean in here. Boo. Antscapade, but that's what it is. All right, be safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Ram update 2023. Missed a spot right there. Missed a spot. Boo.